Day 3, we're still here. And the reason we're still here is Mrs. M's sister has cancelled their little trip to Lusty Beg. So we thought we'd just hang around here. And while I was doing that, thinking, I think I could probably fix this wheel arch myself with a bit of epoxy resin, which I found in the van. A bit of Gorilla Epoxy to work into that clip. So I'm going to unscrew that clip now and hopefully put enough together in there to get this to work. Now, does it have an operating temperature? Not that I have a choice. It is about 1 degree. And I want to get off this site before it drops because that road could be a little bit slippery. Oh, if you don't know what I'm doing, if you have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, it's relevant to this video here, where I hit that wall with that rear end, which then pushed that plate forward, which severed the connection to this and snapped that. That's in that other video. And that happened 3 days ago when we arrived here at Trory Pier. Is it called that? Trory Jetty, actually, it's called on Google Maps. There's a link to this park up on the description from Park for Night, where I've also left a review. Great spot, no problem with it. Just my shit driving. Right, let's crack on with this. Let's do a bit of time lapse for your benefit. It's freezing. We have an issue in, I think this Gorilla Epoxy must need some sort of positive temperature to go off, because this is still sticky. This is my mixing piece of paper, and that is still a bit tacky, and it's supposed to go off in 5 minutes, which is in this case bullshit. So I have to keep your finger on it, which is a royal pain in the fucking horse, because gravity, every time I let go of it, it starts separating. And the other thing is, I don't know if you've seen it in the time lapse, but this epoxy was on this clip already. So this isn't the first time this has happened to this van, but it's the first time I'm seeing it. So this van has some history. So I'm just going to lie here, freezing my ass off. Shite content, I know, but it's starting to get a bit tacky. Just needed to harden, and it doesn't look like it's going to harden today. So 4 days on a 2-day stop. Oh great, and now it's snowing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ooh, freezing. So I think it's taking. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know how muffled this microphone is going to be, and I can only apologise if the audio is shite. I should have had this idea 4 hours ago, but I only found the epoxy an hour ago. Plateaued. So I'm going to tidy up. Oh yeah, I thought it was just a screwdriver nut. It's not. It was a hex nut. Thankfully, I've got this little mini toolkit in the van. Full snowfall. Love that for me. I have to say though, being a hostage to a location as beautiful as this isn't such a bad thing. But yeah, I just wish I hadn't done what I've done. Birds singing, snow falling. I do love this country. Join me an hour later, and it's a bit freezing and the snow stopped. There wasn't that much of it, to be fair. So I'm just going to quickly feel underneath my wheel arch to see if it feels a little bit less tacky. That's not bad actually. It feels a little bit gluey, like rubber, but I think that's enough. Put that screw back in. What I've learned since the breakdown last week is that I need to carry more tools. Now I still need a bottle nose jack, and I've been promised by Marty, this guy.
Internet, today we are off.
What did I say? Hello people off the internet.
That he's going to give me a spare one because he's got 3 or 4 just lying around. Now, I definitely need one. I have looked on the market for them, about 50, 60 quid. A decent one. I did look at like a £27 one, and it just got, roasted for being shite. So I'm always of the opinion, pay cheap, pay twice, because once you've saved a bit of money, you end up having to buy it again, but at much, the one that you should have got in the first place. Now, that being said, I have a box in this motorhome that is just full of blankets. We had this thing about carrying blankets just in case people ever stayed with us, like friends and family. Now, that very rarely happens. But what we also have from our camping days, we've had this sleeping bag now for 15 years. It's dry cleaned, everything, it's spotless. I've got that now in the van in a separate box where we put all the Christmas stuff. I've got wrenches, I've got sockets, I have a full socket set, I have a breaker bar, just need the bottlenose jack. I just need things that will make my life a little bit easier when we're 3 to 100 miles away from the garage where all my bits and pieces are. In our garage in this motorhome, it's usually like seats, awnings and fire pit and things that we use socially nicely in when the sun's out. But that garage is called a garage for a reason, and you really need to think about what it is that you're going to carry when you own a vehicle as big as this that needs some sort of maintenance, usually due to what you've done to the bloody thing. So this has been an experience. We need to make tracks. I'm going to put this in. We're going to get raided up, otherwise we're going to be stuck here. It's doable to get out here. If we leave it any longer, the temperature will drop and what is currently water will become ice, and we will have a whole set of new problems. And I don't really want to involve the insurance company on those sorts of things. This has been fantastic. This has been a learning curve. Every trip where you cock up is only a cock up if you haven't learned from it. I'm convincing myself of that. Enough waffle. Let's get under the van and put a screw in. You don't need to see that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I get dirty.